Hello everybody, this is Celesta Matthews and this is the first program of compiler design. So the program is about token separation. So what is basically token separation? While coming over to the compiler architecture, we find that the first step that is performed is your lexical analysis. So in lexical analysis, what happens is the whole program is given as input as a stream of characters, and the whole stream of characters is scanned, and all those tokens are separated into lexemes. So once the stream of characters is given as input, you can say that the output comes out to be as a token, and the other part will be its attribute or what it is, like if it's a separator, if it's an operator, if it's a keyword and stuff. So we have a Java program over here. I have used pattern and matcher over here. So what we have done over here is whatever the program is, I have just taken a part of the program. So that's int a is equal to 1 plus 2. Okay, so what I have done is at the last I have concatenated a space, and then this keyword is actually an array in which all the keywords are stored. So I have just taken these three keywords over here. After that, what happens is, okay, this is actually not required. Yeah, I have a string s in which all the tokens will be stored individually. And after that, here is my pattern. Okay, so what I have done is this is the pattern for identifier, that is small a to small z, capital A to capital Z. That must be the first part, that is it must be always a letter, starting with a letter, and after that you can have letters or you can have numbers. So that's what I've done. The second part can contain small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, and 0 to 9 any number of times. That is, I have used star over here. In the same way, for digits, I have just taken 0 to 9 and plus. That means it must be at least one character. After that, inside the loop, I have run the loop from 0 to the length of the whole part, the whole input. So now I have said that if it is matching any of these things, that is a space, a dot, bracket, or anything, these are basically your operators and your separators. So I have put that in the if statement. And if any of these come, then you have to concatenate, keep on concatenating so that the whole token is stored inside the variable s. After that, if this is not the case, then what happens, we go inside the else part, and over here I have this matcher class. I've created matcher 1 and matcher 2. So I have said identifier dot matcher s. So what this does is the identifier, whatever is there, if that pattern is matching with the string s, then it stores a kind of like true value inside the matcher 1. So if that matcher one dot matches, if that is true, then what happens? Okay, if the identifier is true, that means it can either be an identifier, that's any name or variable name or function name, anything. It can be a data type, that is int, float, character, anything, or it can be a keyword. These are the three possibilities that you get when you find an identifier. So over here, I have checked with the keyword. So I have run the loop, and if I find that it is a keyword, then I have set the flag to 1. Otherwise, what I have done is, this is another if statement where I have compared the string s to all the data types that I have, and if it is true, then I have printed data type. And otherwise, if my flag is set to 1, that means it is a keyword. So I just print the string and I print keyword. If not, if it's not any of these two cases, then it's an identifier. So you print an identifier. Now, in the second case, if it is a number, that means it matches to the second pattern. So if it's a number, then you just print that it is an integer literal. Now there is another case wherein you can find a separator, that is opening brace, closing brace, dot, or you can find a semicolon also. So all those are separators. So I have said input dot character at I and print separator. Similarly, these things can also be operators. So in the same way, I have just confirmed, like compared it actually to all these operators, and if it's an operator, just print out the operator and display it. So at the end of this whole thing, I have said that S is equal to null. That means that the whole string is now made empty so that another string can be stored into it. So we have the input over here as int A is equal to 1 plus 2. So this must display the output int as data type, A as identifier, equal to as an operator, 1 as a digit, plus as an operator, and 2 again as a digit. So we'll run the program. We'll check what's the output. Here, it has displayed the length. The first one is int is a data type, A is an identifier, equal to is an operator, 1 integer literal, plus operator, and 2 again integer literal. So we can again check with something else. I say system.out.println and I give these braces. Now let's run it. Here, system is a keyword, dot separator, out again a keyword, dot separator, println is a keyword, and opening brace is a separator, closing brace is again a separator. So I hope you understood this program. Thank you.